Oh, what is that? That is some
pyjamas.
Are you actually wearing pyjamas?
I'm actually wearing. It happened
Come out of the
today.
house.
That's the first time.
Now, was it because of speed you had to get out of the house because you
No,
were
I'll
late?
tell you why. Right? Okay, the last couple of years, I mean, for the last, I'd say 10 years, I've been wearing comfortable clothes. I never wear a pair of jeans that are too tight. I don't wear shoes that. It's just comfort for me.
Yeah.
I mean, you see me fidget when I put a suit on for an award ceremony.
Yeah.
I don't like it. Okay. I never look good in stuff. You see it on the model in the shop window.
Yeah.
Puts it on you. Oh, well, okay. So. That's great. They look like David Beckham. I put it on. I look like a wallet or something. Do you know what I mean? Just it doesn't look good. I've been wearing, as you know, sweatpants. Right.
Yeah,
a drawstring.
Yeah.
Okay. I got a pair of sweatpants recently that are nearly pajamas. They're so.
I mean, what is the distinction at this point?
I don't know.
It's quite a thin line.
So today they're nearly pajamas. Today they were in the wash. So I thought, hold on though. I might as well just wear my pyjamas.
I should point out that it's not a 1950s pair of pyjamas that looks a bit like a suit with a little breast pocket.
No.
And it's you wouldn't necessarily notice.
No, you wouldn't.
Until you touch them, you realise there's a kind of lycra.
Yeah, they're very sort of nice and thin. They look like a tracksuit bottom, but here's the difference. I've even done away with the drawstring. Look, these are just elasticated. This is the day I really gave up. I used to worry about what I looked like, obviously, when there was when there was a nice sort of clothes horse to hang nice clothes on, i.e. my body, I did squeeze into jeans. I did, I wear, I was fashionable, but,
Did you? I can't imagine you going in shops though and looking through racks of clothes. And did you do all that stuff?
Steve, I look good in anything, mate. That's the difference.
Right.
Now, doesn't matter. Armani could dress me. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
He's not. I mean, not that he'd want to. I can't believe I keep getting offered from people like him and designers that call my agent saying, does he want us to dress him for the Emmys?
Do they
Golden
do
Globes?
pyjamas?
Well, exactly. One, I think, why do they wonder? What is that going to put sales up? Is someone going to be watching that and go, hey, yeah, that bloke looks short and fat and sweaty. Get me Armani on the phone.
But maybe that's someone from the Emmy committee going, can you phone up Ricky Gervais and just check that when they say, can we dress him from the Emmys, we mean, can we make sure he's dressed for the Emmys?
Can we tuck him in and leave his slippers at the hotel?
Exactly.
But yeah, so I don't do it anyway because I'm mildly embarrassed. So we went around those sort of luxury lounges where they give you things. They give you these like suits, like Armani, Hugo Boss. They're just giving you suits.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh yeah.
When's this going on?
Yeah, before like the Emmys, every.
What the fuck? I was out there, but no one notified me.
Maybe you didn't get an invite.
What do you mean I didn't get an invite?
Yeah. The first one I went to, I was mildly embarrassed. Went around. Then I saw like Helen Mirren, The Sopranos.
Bloody Helen Mirren's going round there, and I'm not.
Yeah.
But she's got more money than me. She don't need to go and get free stuff.
She's the queen. She's the richest woman in the world.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, you've missed out, Steve. And they measure you and everything. I've taken.
Piss off. This is insane.
I've taken one suit. And I think a jacket. But usually what I do is I say I have a pair of sunglasses. I'm like Elton John at home. I've got a drawer full of the best sunglasses in the world, one-off editions of these beautiful sunglasses, where I'm embarrassed not to take something. They're incredible. They just give you all these things,
I feel like the kid in the Pied Piper. Remember when the Pied Piper, as revenge, he takes all the kids to a sort of magical land inside a rock where there's just sweets and fun, but the little lame
boy, he
can't get in there. He's left behind in the formerly rat-infested town.
But he had the last laugh, didn't he? Because he couldn't go and get locked in the cave.
Yeah, but he didn't. They weren't locked. It was a magical land inside the cave. He wanted to be in there.
Was it?
Yes, famously.
Or was he a paedophile?
Yeah, but that's got to be. It's got to be better than being stuck in a town with rats and old people. At least you get sweets.
And a puppy. I worried then for a minute. I thought, that's libelous.
What? The
Pied Piper was a paedophile. Like, so, excuse me, it's the Pied Piper here. We are.
We represent the Pied Piper.
Yeah. We represent the Pied Fiddler, the Pied Piper, the Pied Piper. Yeah. Well, I mean, I used to care about fashion. But I also had little mistakes. If you're being creative with clothing, not everything's a winner.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You can't always look good, even when I thought I looked good in everything.
So what was just quickly? What sort of era are we talking?
Well, obviously student. That's when I sort of did the.
And what was your default look?
New romantic.
Right.
I mean, you know, the first thing I did when I got to college, dyed my hair.
Blousy shirts.
Blouse shirts, but I dyed it black. Sometimes military. The military was very big then, so you know, you'd have dyed black hair and a bit of eyeliner, but you know, maybe look a bit, sort of, you know, gorilla. Then I got signed when I was in a pop band, a failed pop band, very quickly. But you know, I bought designer clothes. But then it all went. Okay, so the poor years, from when I was about, I don't know, 22 to 29, before I got a job.
4 years, starting 22. You had the high life. You were out by then.
Yeah, and so we lived in that awful little place where I talk about it live, where you know there was no toilet, so often I'd wee in the sink.
Sure.
And so
Great days.
So I thought, well, I didn't have any money at all, and I used to wear a tracksuit all the time then, because I used to run around London. I was on the dole. We had 16 quid between us a week to spend. Right, so there was a lot of chili con carne being eaten, and rice, just filling up on rice, and I'd run everywhere. And I was
run everywhere.
Yeah, I'd just run. I'd get up and I'd run places. I'd run around the park. I'd run to visit friends who had jobs. I'd run to art galleries, and I'd run London. That was like my job.
But why were you running it? It sounds like it's the life of a smackhead. Why were you running everywhere?
I was super fit. In my 20s, I'm not only sort of like thin, but fit as well. I'd run at least 5 to 10 miles a day and work out. I did karate twice a week. I mean, honestly, trying to be a pop star, and I told myself, no, I'm an artist. I can't possibly get a job. Bohemian. I just eat rice. Yeah. Well, I was fine. It was absolutely fine. I never thought, oh, this is really annoying, I've got to get a job. I thought, you know, I haven't got a job, I'm doing this, I'm doing a banner.
You were signing on, were you?
Well, I couldn't because I hadn't had a job before that, so I think we got our rent paid, and then we'd split Jane's money that she earned, we got our rent paid, and you know, we were left with, as I say, I remember it was 16 quid a week, and it was the early 80s, mid 80s, so I didn't get new clothes. So I had some, you know, old ones, and you know, to go to Jumble Sales, it's fine, okay. But I remember once we were getting new curtains, and the old ones that were in this flat were like sort of a chintzy, sort of goldish sort of lime with a thread in them, with sort of leafy pattern, very sort of thick.
What kind of late 70s style?
Yeah, exactly. And Jane was going to took the old ones down. I went, don't throw them away. I'll make a suit out of those.
Yeah, of course.
So sort of Jane just sort of nodded and went, okay. And she went to work. So I thought, wow, okay, let's have a go. I've never made a suit before, but how hard can it be?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I used to, you know.
That would be my first thought.
I used to make everything. I used to make. I remember I made shelves once. I found 3 bits of wood in a skip. Okay, and I sort of put 2 vertically and put 1 across the top. Right, so it was like, you know, a goal post, right? I thought a shelf. I put a nail in each side. It sort of wobbled. I put it against the wall and it wouldn't stand up. It sort of like leaned, like I made a parallelogram. So what I did, I put another nail in it, and I tied a bit of string to it and pulled the string tight. I pulled it across the room and put another nail in the windowsill, and so now there's this shelf that wants to fall over but can't because it's tied to another wall. So that was.
So you spent most of the 80s running around London and collecting debris and making your home out of it. You sound like a womble.
Yeah, but I wasn't shaped like one until I was 32.
And this is kind of you were making everything except a living.
Yeah, exactly, right. So I thought, right, how do I make a suit? I thought, well, I used to go to the library and learn. I don't know. I can make a suit. You know, I don't want to do it like other people. I do it differently. So my method for making this made-to-measure suit was I got one of the sets of curtains and laid them on the floor.
Right.
I laid down on the curtain and drew round my legs.
Right.
Okay.
Hang on. So you were making the trousers first?
Yeah. So I thought, hold on, that's just one side of the trouser. So I laid down another curtain and drew around my legs again. And I thought, right, I cut those out. So now I've cut out 2 leg-shaped curtain pieces, right? I put them together, sewed them up. Of course, it was nowhere big enough.
Of course
because
not.
I'd left no room, right?
Yeah.
So I tried to squeeze into them. I mean, they look like jodhpurs. They look like tights, okay? So I thought, this is really hard, right? I pulled them off again, right? I thought, how am I going to make the jacket? I didn't. I just used one of the curtains as a cape. So I thought, I mean, I looked like a gay Hamlet. I mean, it's ridiculous, right? So what I did was,
did you squeeze into the trousers? You wore the trousers?
I sort of squeezed it. I couldn't wear them though.
Yeah.
So what I did was, I rolled it up and shoved it under the chair.
You rolled up what? Sorry.
So the suit I made. Jane came in about a few days later. She went, "What's that?" So that's where I had to go at the suit, and she pulled it out and died laughing. The idea that this man sat down and drew round his legs to make some trousers.
But firstly, why did you not just throw it away? Why did you stash it under the...
I don't know, because I thought...
And you were watching TV on the sofa and she was a foot higher than you. And you thought, what's going on here? And there was a suit stuffed. I mean, why not just throw it away? I don't understand.
I don't know. That's what you do, isn't it? You think, oh... Maybe
again, we were talking before about the fact that you used to be very thin and now you're very fat, and this seems like two different people.
Well, not very fat.
Well, most people would say you are. But
wearing black.
It seems as though you were also an idiot when you were younger. I mean, because you're a smart man now.
I know.
Why would it not occur to you that you couldn't make your own suit?
Because I've always thought I can do anything. I've always thought I can make a suit. Of course I can make a suit. I'll be brilliant at that. I'll make a suit. And it took me getting fat to realise the world doesn't lay down to you.
Yeah.
I thought, well, I'll never be fat. I will never be fat. Look at me. Look at me. So I suppose...
And even as you were getting fatter, that must be the mirror.
No,
James, come with the mirror.
No, at least I can put eyes on myself. As soon as I started getting fat, I started saying I was fat before I was fat.
Yeah.
Because when you've been really thin, I mean, I couldn't get anywhere near those curtains now. No, I couldn't. They wouldn't go past my ankle now.
You kept them?
Yeah, they're under the chair.
Yeah. You still, of course, if someone comes to the door and you can't be bothered to reach for your pyjamas, maybe just wrap the curtain around you.
I just pop the curtain around me. Yeah, I could probably make a pair of pants out of them. I mean, soon I will be in nappies, which will be easy to make.
Yeah.
So, but when I'm older and Jane goes just off to work,
where are those pillowcases?
Doesn't matter. I need changing.
God.
Food's too nice though, isn't it? That's where the problem is.
Well, yeah, some food.
Well, no, a lot of food. More food's nice now. I find that I eat because I go, that's nice, rather than I'm hungry.
Oh
that
yeah.
seems to be the problem.
I stopped eating when I was hungry. When I was about 29.
Yeah.
I used to, got to eat now. I've got other stuff to do. We got to eat. Yeah, shove it in, right? And then I've never only ate because I was hungry for many years.
But it's not just that either, is it? Like, we've got mates who've had a kid now, and that's eating stuff. That seriously, I'm not joking. That is having stuff that I've never had, and it hasn't even got teeth yet. I mean,
what sort of things are you talking about?
Mango. I only had that. I had mango about a year and a half ago, and it's all right. I mean, it's not one of my favourite. Is it fruit?
Yeah.
But there's so much other fruit that's better.
Go on.
I think.
What's better than the mango? The banana springs to mind, the strawberry.
Just, I like the ones that you can just go, I'm nipping out, what can I take with me? I'll have an apple.
Well, the banana's the best, because it's got its own little carry case.
Yeah, that's alright, but they're saying that, you see, this is why we've got more fat people. In supermarkets now, you can buy...
Really?
That's lazy, isn't it? That is lazy.
Well, again, I've got to confess that I have my portions of fruit, first thing in the morning, liquidised.
Yeah.
I have a smoothie, I put all the fruit in there, I drink it. I'm not chewing. If you want me to eat fruit, I'm not chewing it.
At the end of the day, food's nice.
Yeah.
There's loads of it.
Well,
no, there is.
In the Western world, there is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But in many places, there's not.
Yeah, but this is the whole point, isn't it? About the gluttonous West, is that we are indulging ourselves.
Yeah.
If we were scrabbling around starving like a third world country, we wouldn't be in that situation.
Well, there's
but
all
we're
the
drinking the fizzy lemonades
exactly.
and the
There's loads
Cokes
of it. And now, every time I buy something, it's a 2-for-1. So you end up buying more than you need. And then Suzanne's always saying, "Eat this ham, will you? It's going off." I don't even want it.
Why is she buying so much ham?
Because it's 2-for-1 offer. We don't need 2 lots, but the person at the till goes, "This is 2-for-1. You go, nip back and get one." And
I know
you
what
get
you mean,
it,
though. I
and you
mean,
eat it.
Yeah, they never do half price. They do 2-for-1. Exactly. They did that with a meal once. We were in LA and we had a meal, and they said, it's happy hour. It's 2-for-1. So I went, well, can we just have one each? We've got to give it to you. And they brought 2 meals for everyone.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
That's mad.
I am.
Of course you do.
I'll tell you another problem that I've worked out. It might make a slight difference on fat people. Don't put a light in a fridge. because that's just at night when they get peckish, they can see everything that's in there. Don't put the light there. You don't need a light in a fridge. There's no lights in other cupboards. Yet where there's food, it's like fatties getting up at 4 in the morning. What can it have? What's that at the back? Get rid of the light, they'd eat less.
There might be some logic in that.
That's interesting.
Well, what's it there for? Tell me what that light is there for. They say turn off your standby light, yet you've got a light in your fridge.
Well, no, it is
showing you where tomatoes is.
But it's turned off when you shut the light's not on when the door's not open.
Yes, but a fat person who's always got the fridge door open.
So what are you saying, in a way, is that the free market, capitalism being what it is, which has allowed companies, food manufacturers to make them full of more salt, more fat in order to attract you, in order to make more profits, is actually resulting in obesity?
I was in a cafe, right? I normally like to go in there, and I might have beans on toast,
cheese on
cup
top.
of tea. I might have a bit of cheese.
Yeah, cheddar on top.
Only if they offer. I sometimes sort of think I shouldn't have it, so I'll only have it if they say, "Do you want cheese?"
Oh, okay.
And then it's down to their problem. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like they made me have that.
Yeah.
So anyway, I'm sat in there.
Look how Ricky's glazed over, just thinking about cheese on toast now.
I'm sat in there. This little fella, I'd say he was from like Africa or something. Came in, had a little top hat on, suitcase, and red jeans. Dead happy he was. I think he just turned up to London. It's his first day out, and he's probably thinking, I can't believe me. Look at the choice here. Anyway, the difference was...
All conjecture.
Yeah.
The difference was, he went in, and he said, have you got any porridge? He asked for 2 bowls for the price of 1. There was a little bit of a
kerfuffle.
Yeah, a little bit, because he couldn't understand why. You've got loads of porridge, give me 2 portions. But what I found interesting is, he didn't want to go for the donut or the pastry, because in his country they don't have it. So food where he's from is for what food is for, isn't it? Giving you energy.
Yeah.
Here it's not about that, is it?
No.
You go, I'd love a little muffin. So I just found it interesting. That's all my point is, that he could have anything. He's come over here. He's in London. He's got loads of stuff on offer. Yeah. He still wanted his porridge.
Do you think that... Well, firstly, do you think perhaps he had travelled from the past in some kind of time machine? But secondly, do you think that now that he'll have his first taste of a donut, won't he, or a pain au chocolat, do you think he'll get the taste of it next time you see him?
Well, maybe that's how it works, isn't it? I mean, why do I like...
Next time I walk in there, I go, hello, usual.
No, shove the porridge. I want a donut.
That's what happens, isn't it? You try one. It's like that the people I'm talking about who's had a kid and always giving it mango. They haven't let it add a burger yet.
It hasn't got any teeth.
Burgers aren't. I don't mean like a proper beef one. I mean like a takeaway one that's pretty soft. It's all about a mixture. You need a mixture in your body. You need to have... Like I've said to you before, I get an urge for things that I don't even know about. Do you know what I mean?
Like what?
Anything. The one that always surprises me are plums. Because I shouldn't get an urge for plums. I don't like them enough, but if I pass them in a supermarket, I go, I want them for a bit. Yeah, I think you need that. And I go mad. I'll eat a full packet in a day. I'll eat like 6 and get bellyache and that. And I know I shouldn't overdo it with them. But it's just like, my body...
He's like a creature, isn't he?
My body just calls out for stuff.
It doesn't, Carl.
No, he feels that way because I wouldn't normally buy them. My favourite fruit, I like an apple, love a banana. I've got into blackberries.
Yeah.
Quite expensive, but a bit of a treat.
People paid money for this podcast. A man just listing his favourite fruits.
Yeah, Graham not included.
But
are you a fan of the gooseberry?
Don't know if I've had them.
You've never had a gooseberry?
They're very, very tart.
They are very bizarre.
They're like a green testicle. They've even got the little hair on it. A gooseberry is like a really crispy, plump little berry, but it's very, very it's sour. I mean, you've got to have it in pies with sugar and stuff.
I bet my godson's had one. He's only 1.5. I bet he's already had a gooseberry, and I've never had one in my life.
Right. He'd never said it before, and he said gooseberry. He decided that's the way to pronounce it. A gooseberry. What's that? What's a gooseberry? A gooseberry. Well, okay. I'd never heard it before, but I'm going to say it now. But I'm going to say it my way. Gooseberry.
I've never had one. I don't feel like I need another fruit. That's the thing. I think there's plenty of fruit out there. Bananas, apples, oranges. If you get a little bit sick of oranges,
I'm a big fan of the Satsuma. Easy to peel. What I don't like is the big oranges. You have to peel them. You get it on your.
They're the ones I eat when I'm in the bath. It's just easy,
so you just dunk under the water afterwards and you're clean again.
If I'm going to have a bath,
yeah.
Yeah, then that's what you do. You
So it's 2 treats. It's an orange and a bath. I mean, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing to look forward to. Don't you think you've blown that for when you're old, when you're 74? And I go, I tell you what, Carl, lovely treat. It's a bath and an orange. Done it. I did it when I was 36.
We've got plenty of fruit. They can't get rid of fruit quick enough. There's loads of stuff with fruit in now. Shower gel with kiwi in it.